Revealed. Mysterious reasons that destroyed Ken Curtis' life before a painful death. Ken Curtis was born Curtis Wayne Gates on July 2, 1916, in Lamar, Colorado. He grew up on a ranch in southeastern Colorado, the son of a sheriff, which gave him a rugged, cowboy-like upbringing that would later complement his acting roles. His father, Dan Gates, served as the sheriff of Bent County, Colorado, and his mother, Nellie, was a homemaker who nurtured Ken's early interest in music. His father's work as a sheriff meant that young Curtis was familiar with both the law and the wide-open spaces of the American West, which would deeply influence his later career as an actor in Western films and TV shows. Growing up in such an environment, Curtis was well acquainted with horses, firearms, and the cowboy way of life, which laid the foundation for his future in Hollywood. Curtis' early life was also marked by his love of music. Though he was raised in a setting that seemed tailor-made for a future cowboy, his initial career path led him toward singing. After finishing high school, Curtis attended Colorado College in Colorado Springs, where he studied medicine, but his love for music eventually took precedence over his medical aspirations. His upbringing and the values instilled in him during his childhood shaped the man he would become, an actor who could authentically portray characters from the Old West, as well as a professional singer with an expressive baritone voice. Ken Curtis' career in entertainment did not begin with acting but with music. Blessed with a rich baritone voice, he pursued a career as a singer before making his mark in Hollywood. In the 1940s, Curtis became the lead singer for the Tommy Dorsey Orchestra, a prestigious role in one of the most popular big bands of the era. Replacing Frank Sinatra as the band's lead vocalist was no small feat, and Curtis proved himself capable of captivating audiences with his vocal talent. He recorded a number of hit songs during his time with Dorsey, demonstrating his versatility as a performer. His music career continued when he became a member of the Sons of the Pioneers, a popular Western singing group founded by the legendary Roy Rogers. Joining the group in 1949, Curtis added his voice to their signature harmonies and helped the group continue its popularity throughout the 1950s. The Sons of the Pioneers were known for their songs about the American West, including classics like Tumbling Tumbleweeds and Cool Water. Curtis' involvement with the group helped cement his identity as a Western performer, even before he transitioned into acting. His time with the Sons of the Pioneers also exposed him to the world of Hollywood, as the group frequently performed in films, often in roles where they could sing their iconic tunes. While Curtis initially made a name for himself through music, his transition to acting came naturally. He began his film career in the 1940s, often appearing in B-movies and westerns. Thanks to his upbringing on a ranch and his natural comfort with western settings, Curtis easily adapted to cowboy roles. One of his early appearances was in John Ford's classic film Rio Grande, 1950, where he played a supporting role. Ford, one of the most respected directors of the era, took note of Curtis's talent, and their professional relationship would shape much of Curtis's later career. Throughout the 1950s, Curtis appeared in numerous westerns, both on the big screen and in television, including films such as The Searchers, 1956, in which he worked alongside John Wayne, another actor who would be a frequent collaborator. Curtis developed a reputation for portraying rugged, likable characters who embodied the toughness and integrity of the American cowboy. His ability to blend charm with an everyman quality made him an audience favorite. His work with John Ford helped him to hone his acting skills, as Ford was known for bringing out the best in his actors. As a result, Curtis transitioned from smaller roles to more substantial parts over time. Ken Curtis is perhaps best known for his portrayal of Festus Hagen on Gunsmoke, one of the longest-running television shows in American history. His character, Festus, was introduced to the series in 1964, and he quickly became a fan favorite. Festus was the scruffy, unpolished, but loyal and brave deputy of Dodge City, providing both comic relief and rugged heroism. What made the character so beloved was Curtis's ability to infuse him with depth and authenticity. Festus wasn't just a stereotypical hillbilly or sidekick. He was a fully fleshed-out character with a rich backstory, moral integrity, and a deep sense of loyalty to his friends and the town he served. Curtis played Festus for over a decade, appearing in nearly 300 episodes of Gunsmoke until the series ended in 1975. His portrayal of Festus became so iconic that it overshadowed his earlier career as a singer and his roles in Western films. The gruff voice, distinctive mannerisms, and unshaven look became the trademarks of the character, and Curtis' comedic timing was impeccable, often delivering lines that lightened the tension in dramatic episodes. Fans of Gunsmoke grew to love Festus, and Curtis' portrayal remains one of the most memorable aspects of the show. His commitment to the character and his ability to bring nuance to the role ensured that Festus would remain a beloved figure in television history. Ken Curtis's contributions to the Western genre are immense, not only through his role on Gunsmoke but also through his extensive work in film. As an actor who embodied the Western archetype, Curtis helped keep the genre alive during its golden years on television and in movies. His ability to portray characters who were both tough and kind-hearted made him a unique presence in Hollywood. Curtis's influence extended to younger actors and filmmakers who grew up watching Gunsmoke and admired his portrayal of Festus as an essential part of American TV culture. Beyond Gunsmoke, Curtis continued to act in westerns and other projects, including guest appearances on shows like Rawhide, Wagon Train, and Have Gun, Will Travel. His performances in these shows solidified his standing as one of the most recognizable and beloved faces in the genre. Curtis's career was built on the bedrock of authenticity. He was a real-life cowboy who understood the roles he was playing, and audiences could see that in his performances. Whether singing about the open plains or portraying a lawman in Dodge City, Curtis's work resonates with fans of the Western genre to this day. Curtis married Tori Connolly in 1966. They were married until his death in 1991 and he had 2 stepchildren. Ken Curtis was a heavy smoker who smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day. Ken Curtis had a period of time in a wheelchair and he managed to get out of them. Ken Curtis passed away on April 28, 1991, at the age of 74, in his sleep after a heart attack in Fresno, California. He was cremated, and his ashes were scattered in the Colorado flatlands. But his legacy lives on through the countless reruns of Gunsmoke and the enduring popularity of the Western genre. Fans of Gunsmoke and Westerns often paid tribute to Curtis by remembering the warmth, humor, and depth he brought to the character of Festus. Tributes from fellow actors and fans alike recall Curtis as a consummate professional who was dedicated to his craft and who never lost sight of his humble beginnings. His portrayal of Festus continues to inspire nostalgia and admiration from those who grew up watching the show, as well as new generations discovering it for the first time. Off-screen, Curtis was known as a kind, down-to-earth man who cherished his friendships with his Gunsmoke castmates and crew. His relationship with co-stars like James Arness, who played Marshal Matt Dillon, was particularly close. Curtis's affable nature and his genuine passion for his work made him a beloved figure among his colleagues in Hollywood. Fans continue to honor him through conventions, memorabilia, and online forums dedicated to preserving the history of Westerns and their stars. Curtis's contribution to American television, film, and music remains deeply appreciated by those who love the genre.